Hi everybody, welcome once again to my video blog. This video blog, the 10-90 rule, part 2. Life is about 10% what happens to you and 90% how you handle it. I have 2 quick anecdotal stories for you, how I handled stuff. One of them good, one of them not so good. So if you've ever been on a plane, they land, they pull up to the gate, and the bell goes off that you can now unfasten your seatbelt, get your stuff, and start the deplaning process. And someone in the back of the plane charges to the front of the plane to try and get ahead of people and get off, and rather than wait their turn on a per aisle basis. Well, someone did that recently, and I was ready to just grab them and say, hey, is your time more important than my time? And I let that little silly event that maybe stopped me from getting off the plane 5 or 10 seconds longer. I had to stand on the plane because this gentleman did that. I let it get under my skin. I let it affect my mojo. Now, in the book, Seven Habits of Highly Effective People by Covey, he tells a story about someone on a subway, and they had a child that was misbehaving, and the gentleman apparently wasn't doing anything about it, and people were looking at him and just could not figure out the life of them why he wasn't disciplining the child, or trying to get the child in control, and the person was very aggravated and let them upset the people on the train. Well, it turns out this particular child had lost his mother 6 hours earlier. So you never know what the situation with people is. You have to give them the benefit of the doubt. And Olivia Cobain in her book, The Charisma Myth, says the exact same thing. Give people the benefit of the doubt. So maybe this gentleman was claustrophobic. Maybe he had this huge fear of flying. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom real bad. Who knows? Why am I going to let that upset my state? Why am I going to let that throw me off? To be creative, to hit your goals, to excel in your relationships, it does not help to be crabby or cranky or irritable or let small stuff bother you. So, I'll give you another example, one that I handled fairly well actually. I must have had a target in the back of me. I got rear-ended 3 different times, and each time did a significant amount of damage to my car. This is over about a 14-month period, and I was pretty proud of myself that I didn't get upset any of those times. However, I will tell you there's a caveat, because when I was 16, I rear-ended someone pretty badly, and actually no one was hurt, but I got out of the car and I think I was fiddling with my radio, and they slammed on the brakes because the person in front of them had to stop quickly, and their people's taillights were all over my bumper, and their back end was all nasty, and my car was barely scratched. The people smiled at me and said, "We're sorry we had to stop fast. It wasn't your fault." I rear-ended them, and they said it wasn't my fault. Of course, I was 16, so I went with it, and they told that to the police, and the police must have felt bad for me because I didn't get a ticket. So maybe it was karma, and I just decided, and I'm not going to be angry when I got rear-ended 3 times in a row. But you know, life is too short, and to accomplish big things in business, big things in a relationship, big things in your faith, you've got to have the right state, and you've got to have thick skin. It's that 10-90 rule, baby. I'm Meesseman. I hope you enjoyed my video blog. Have a productive day.